Scott Kirby, the CEO of United Airlines. Mr. Kirby, good morning to you.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
I don't know if you had the visceral triggering reaction to those images from last summer, luggage piled up, stranded passengers, flight delays, cancellations, essentially a nightmare at the nation's airports. Are you confident? Can you assure folks listening right now that that is not going to be the case again this summer?
Well, at first, I think those pictures weren't United, but what I can tell you is at United, we got 10% more employees per block hour than we had pre-pandemic. We got 25% more spare aircraft. We've doubled the spare parts investment. And because of that, we so far this year are running the most reliable operation that we have in history. And we've done all that to make sure there's a lot of stress around the system, whether it's air traffic control or security that someone talked about in the earlier segment, to help cover for all of those things that are outside of our control.
Absolutely. Let's talk about airline prices. That is within your control. According to AAA, airfares are up 40% to top destinations. Do you expect prices to come down, or just give it to us straight? Don't sugarcoat it. Is this where airline prices are now and they're not really coming down?
Well, they've come back to where they were pre-pandemic. So really, airfares are still lower than they were in real terms a decade ago. There was an artificial low during COVID when not many people were flying. So I think we're back to kind of a new normal of pricing. But it's really back to where we were before the pandemic.
The Biden administration is proposing a rule, and this is a months-long, if not years-long process. But one of the rules would be that the airlines would have to compensate passengers in cash in some cases when a delay or cancellation was clearly the airline's fault. Do you support a rule like that? And do you agree with some of your colleagues in the industry who say, if it happens, we're just going to pass that right on to the consumer?
Well, as I said before, United's running the best operation we have in history. And by far the biggest issue in aviation is air traffic control. We agree with the FAA. They've said that they're 3,000 controllers short, that we need to fix that. It is the overwhelming issue that we need to solve. And I think that should be our focus. But more importantly, we've built the safest industry in the world, and the United States safety system is by far the pinnacle of safety standard anywhere in the world. And we've done that by telling our employees, don't ever think about cost. It's always about safety, safety, safety. It's in our DNA. And I don't think that we should allow any kind of chipping away at that foundation of safety and introducing expense into employees' decisions when they're deciding whether to send a flight or not, or cancel or delay a flight for a safety issue.
Oh, that's interesting. So do I hear you right? It sounds like you're saying if you start introducing cost and employees being concerned that, we're going to have to compensate passengers by cash, that creates a safety concern?
Yeah, well, of course it does. I mean, that's the point of the policy, is to get people to get an airplane flying out more often. And all of a sudden, you can't help it. It's human nature. If you tell an employee this is going to cost a lot, a pilot or a mechanic, for a close call today, a close call, they'll always err on the side of safety. And most of the time, they probably still will. But I don't want our employees even thinking about cost when they're making safety decisions. We've spent our whole careers in aviation telling employees, don't think about cost, only think about safety. And this would just start to chip away at that structural foundation of safety in the industry. So I think it's really bad public policy.
As an industry leader, you have a unique perspective on the economy at large. You had said earlier that you thought it would be likely we'd have a mild recession in this country. Do you still feel that way? And what effect do you think this debt limit crisis that's going on in Washington has on the effect it has on the broader economy already?
Yeah, so look, it feels to me like we're probably in a mild business investment recession, but not a consumer recession. The consumer is still strong, and you've also got this shift from hard goods into services. And so if you're selling, home equipment, home repairs, it feels like a recession. But if you're in services like airlines or cruises or restaurants, it feels really good right now. But I think the point is the economy's balanced on a knife's edge. And we saw this with Silicon Valley Bank. We had a 15% drop in business bookings overnight when that scare happened. And so we're on a knife's edge. And, it'd be terrible to let the debt limit, become an unforced error that, it feels to me like we're going to have either a mild recession or a soft landing. The debt limit could be the thing that pushes us into something much more severe. So let's not have an unforced error on the debt limit.
Yeah, a lot of people are hoping that Washington pulls it together. United CEO Scott Kirby, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head to today.com/allday or Click the link right here.